and Bob Probert.
SASHA LAKOVIC left pro hockey 15 years ago, but the anxiety, insomnia, depression, and anger, the legacy of more than 100 on-ice fights, stays with him.
I was trained to kill people on the ice, tapped on the shoulder. That's why we have these nicknames. I always had the nickname Pitbull because you turn into that before the game even started.
LAKOVIC now works in Kelowna in the medical marijuana business to help with his pain relief. But despite his struggles, he does not believe getting rid of fighting in hockey is the solution.
The game needs to stay tough. That's where everybody gets up on their feet, is when the fights start, when the rough starts. The game changes. That's when the game changes. Not by a goal or who's got the prettiest player.
Another former tough guy agrees, but for a different reason.
When someone's playing dirty and hitting guys from behind on a regular basis and drawing elbows to the head, someone like me would go down there and take care of that.
That may be, but the evidence is clearly that fighting is much less important than it used to be. Hockey fights in the NHL are down significantly. With this season almost done, there have been 345 fights, down from 469 2 years ago, and way, way below the peak of 809 in 2002.
They're throwing right hands.
It's down because of new rules, tougher refereeing, and a far greater emphasis on speed. Those who track fighting in hockey say it's no longer the leading cause of injuries and concussions.
Even if you take fighting out of the equation, you're still going to be left with at least 90% of the concussions you have now. So I think the discussion about fighting is going to fade a little bit as fighting fades.
Dorsett certainly knows this area of the game.
These days, the modern enforcer is more like the Canucks' Derek Dorsett, who leads the NHL in penalty minutes, but is a fast skater and a goal scorer.
I know the risks that I signed up for, and I love my job, and I like what I do, and I love coming to the rink and sticking up for my teammates.
It was almost always the case, Peter, that a cheap hit on the ice was remedied by a fight, but now increasingly it's heavy fines and suspensions that are a bigger part of the retribution.